Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video at. I'll just like to take you step by step on how you can get the best out of this system and to know the features. I'll take you step by step of all the features that you need to actually know when it comes to this digital management system. So stay put. I'll take you step by step, and if there's a place that you're not clear, please you now reach out to me, and then I can be able to demonstrate. But I'll try my best so that I explain in the best way I can for each and every details for this particular setup. So please stay put as I continue to go through this particular tutorial. So what we'll do here is that we'll basically go to each and every step that pertains this particular system, right? So I hope you'll pay keen attention to it, and once you pay keen attention to it, you may get the best out of it. So when you let me just start from how you log in. So right now let me log out, right? So let me log out. I know you know how to navigate to this page here, right? I just hope you know how to navigate to this page here. So it is that's the landing page, right? That's the landing page that you will have. It will be a logging in page. So when you open the link that I'll share with you, or the one that you'll get after we have activated you, you'll just type here your password, okay, and then you click login. Okay, so you'll be able to log in. All right, you'll log in successfully as that. All right, so that will be a login. So you'll be able now to see this menu. What I normally advise is if you have not bookmarked this page, there are two ways to bookmark. One, there is this star just in the URL bar where you can click and bookmark, or you can just click Control and D for Daudi, right? It closed. So let me just press Control D. All right, so it will tell you digital FCP digital system. You can see that. Then you can just say done, and then you will see it in the bookmark when you see it is bookmarked. So you can now be able to see the bookmark. When you open another tab, you'll see the FCP Digital in your bookmarks. So once you open that, you can be able to click this and go to connect. All right, it is advisable that when you're handling this tool, you open connect, because there are some links that will be directing you to connect, so that you can be able to update one or two or import data from connect. Then this link will take you to the old toolkit, but right now most of you have migrated to the new system. So this Safina is the new grant management system. So you can click the Safina, and then it will take you to Safina. And then as well, you can click to go to iTax, and this button will take you to go to iTax. So it will take you to iTax, okay. And then there is now the button for go to that is for iTax. So iTax will take you to KRA. And then there is NHIF. So you can go and click and pay NHIF. There are videos on my YouTube channel for how to do pay, how to do NSSF, and how to do NHIF. So you may want to see them to familiarize yourself with them. But for now, I'm dwelling on how to utilize these. So you can click NSSF, and this one will also take you to NSSF for you to click payment. So this is just bringing the links closer to you so that you can be able to navigate to any of the links that you want. Okay, then you'll get these two buttons, bill yearly fee and bill one-time fee. I'll show you how to use these two after when I'm dealing with the parents contribution. So the first step is you can check here and see the users that you have. This one right now I have only one user, and then here you have income. I've not inserted any income, so I'll have 000, but I'll show you how to actually add income, and also how to import income from the system to this system, so that you can be able to use the parents contribution and other features of this system. So now let's come here, and here you'll see the calendar. And what happens with the calendar is you can plan an activity. Let's say you are planning something like weekend challenge. So you may type here weekend. Let me just type here, sorry, weekend challenge. Okay, challenge, weekend challenge, and then say save. Right, so when you save, you just need to refresh for the calendar to pick up the new dates. Okay, the ones that you have just processed. So the calendar will pick up the new dates and tell you that you see right now it's saying weekend challenge. So now you can plan as many activities by just double clicking here and inserting the activity that you want to do, and this will be very, very good for you to be able to plan your work. So you'll just click print, right? You'll just click print, and when you print, a table will come in terms of this that you can see on the screen that will help you actually to print and share with your ASM on what you want actually to have them, or what you want them to see. So this is just for planning purposes. So when you log in, you can check your week, you can check your day, you can check your month and see, and even share with the participants and see what activities have been planned for them. So it is a page that is allowing you to plan activities for the learners. So the next item here, as you can see, it is the item called add users. Okay, so to add user is just to add another person in the system. Let's say you have another part-time teacher who has come in, you have another CDW who has come on board. So you may just choose your organization. For now, I'm using testing organization, but for you, you will see the name of your organization. Okay, for me, I'm just in testing organization because I've logged in as a CDC. So you'll come here and choose now if it's a CDW, if it's a signatory. So signatory, this one will help you when you prepare petty cash withdrawal. It will be able to signal them to come and sign for the petty cash withdrawal or checks that are ready. And part-time teachers, it will help them to submit the lesson plan. I'll show you that, and also request for materials for teaching. CDW, it will help them to access entire system for programming and other things that you need to do in the system. Then here you just put the child the staff name. Like for example, I'll use Casti Wawira, all right, and then I'll say the email is Casti at gmail.com. all right, that is now to add a user, and then you'll put their phone number, and then you'll put their password, and then you'll repeat the password, and that is done. So it is as simple as that. You may want to add users, then after adding users, you'll now see the users that you have added into the system. So this page will show the users who are in the system. This page will show the users who are in the system. So that is that's about the users. So another thing you may want to see is you may want to change your password. Right now, after creating the users, you want to change your password. You'll see your profile here, right? So you'll see testing organization, Nixon Bonke, blah blah, like those, all my details, and then I can change password here, right? So I can change the password by putting in the old password, I put in the new password, I confirm the new password. So this one and this one should match. And then if you have to know the password that you logged in with, then this one will be active. Then once it's active, when you click update, it will be able to update your password. Hope that is clear to you. And then now there is this aspect of add check. This for check register. So let's say you want to write a check, and then you say this check number 5, let's say for example 543. Remember, when you're writing the check, they should follow the sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't skip checks. If you skip checks, you'll get an error. So I may say this check was written today, was drawn today, and we paid to Shingila, not Shingila, let's say Wesapefa CDC, all right? And the purpose was for patron seminar meals, and the amount, a check amount was around 2,000, or maybe it was 1,000 shillings, okay? And then the phone of the recipient now is the person who is receiving. I can just say 0718-833, but this should be the contact that you actually, the person who is taking that check. The reason being, don't put my number there because this is just for testing. So you click submit, and when you click submit, you'll see you are skipping checks, meaning that I have already used that check, all right? So I'll use check number 504, and then I'll just click submit, all right? So as you can see now, I seem to be skipping checks. I don't know why it is actually saying that. I think It's telling me that I seem to be skipping checks. So let me just see if the check database. Let me just check on the check database to see if everything is okay. Let me check the checks. I have 501. Okay, I need to put 542. Oh, sorry. I need to put 542. So I just need to, I've told you have to make sure that the checks are actually going in their order. So don't skip the checks. Sorry, oh my bad. So here we just said this Wesa Pefa CDC. We said it is Patron's Mills. We said it is 1,000 shillings, okay, and we say that this phone number is 0718. This is for testing. Now when I click submit, you'll see that it will now pick, because it senses that this should be the next number, and that's why you are seeing it actually saying that you seem to be skipping checks. So when you get that error, just view checks and see which is the last check you entered. And when you have done like this, now you can be able to type, let's say if you've done the checks for April, you can just say April. Let's say if you had started in 2022, you could just say 2022, but it's not 2022. So I'll say April 2023, May 2023, and then I can either print and then file. And when I file this will act as my check backup for check register. And you'll have saved yourself a lot of issues that comes with checks and other check tracking. So this is a very good tool for you to do check tracking. So you may check that out and see how you can be able to do that. Then there is this aspect of communication that I also want to share with you. So you go to send messages, all right? You can go to send messages, and in send messages, you'll have your number of items here. So these are the SMS that you can send, all right? So you cannot send more than those. You cannot send less than those. So you can just say, what you can say is, I want to top up. That is, if you see red here, it means that you can't send any SMS, or if you send, they'll not go, because the system will detect that you have low SMS. So you need to click this top up with Safaricom. It will prompt you your M-Pesa pin. Remember, top up is so you top the credit by M-Pesa. So, and then it picks it up, and then you'll be able now to send those messages. So you just click top up, and then the message will update here. So that is a thing I'll show you when you are actually upgrading, or if you have upgraded. I think I've shown you, and if you have any issues, you can tell me. So when you click that, it will now be able to pop up, and you'll be able to pay. Now here you can say all caregivers. Remember, the system has greetings and also the project signature. So for me, I'll advise you, when you are sending to all caregivers, just type the message alone. Remember, you don't need your phone. Already, once you've purchased the items here, the system will do the sending for you. So you just need to say unaombwa kufika kwa mkutano wa wazazi Jumatatu tarehe, so you can say it is tarehe, you can say Jumatatu tarehe 24, 24 ama 24 ya Jumatatu tarehe 24, alright, saa tatu kamili, alright. Then you say wako PD, right, like that tu. Unaona, unaomba kufika kwa mkutano wa wazazi Jumatatu tarehe 24 saa 3 kamili. Then you just click send now, alright. You click send now. So the system will figure it out, and then it will send to all caregiver. Unaona imeongeza yenyewe, imeongeza hujambo mzazi wa. Remember, hizi brackets zinamaanisha imeeka the name of the child, okay, imeeka the name of the child. Then unaombwa kufika kwa mkutano wa wazazi Jumatatu tarehe 24 saa 3 kamili wako PD. So this is a message that has already been sent. So all the caregivers will get that message. You just send it once like that, and then it will show you the message here, okay? Again, you may want to send to selected caregivers like that, okay? So in selected caregivers, the same applies. Just type the message alone. Like for example, you may want to say unaombwa tafadhali, ama you can say tafadhali mwambie mwanao aje kwa mradi leo. Alright, so wako PD. Right, and then I can say I want testing this child and this child. Okay, or I can search the area where they are coming from, like Bumula or something, or if I'm doing village programming, I can search that. And also I can search, I'll also add another column for class, so you can search if form 1, form 2, you can be able to search that as well. So for now I can say I just want this, and then I want the 12 to 14. Okay, 12 14, I'll just click that, and then I click send message. So when you just click like that, when you click send now, the message will go, all right, to selected caregivers, and it will populate here. As you can see, hujambo mzazi wa. Remember, when it brings the name in brackets, means it has inserted the correct name of that particular child. So you don't need to worry about if the parent will be addressed with the right name. The parent will be addressed with the right name. Hujambo mzazi wa, tafadhali mwambie mwanao aje kwa mradi leo. Wako PD kutoka. Now you see already si kuongeza testing CDC, but yenyewe imeongeza the testing CDC, because this message I'm testing CDC, like I've logged in as a testing CDC. So you log in with your credentials, this will be there. It will use the correct words. Another thing is the participant with gifts. So for you to send the message to participants with gift, you may want to go to this place called gifts. Right, there is a place down here on this side. Remember, there is this menu on this side that I'm trying to play around with. So you may just go to gifts and then click add gifts. Okay, so for you to use the gift function, you must first of all add gifts. So for you to add gifts, you have to make sure that connect is open. All right, so for me, I have just confirmed that my connect is open up here. So it's good for you to ensure that connect is open. So the moment you click this, right, when you click that, it will take you to this report. Okay, it will take you to this report, and this is the report you want. So in this report, all you need to do is just to click export. You just need to click export details, export like that. Okay, you just need to click export like that. So when you export, the list will appear here. This list will appear here as an Excel. So I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to do to that list, and then I update. Okay, so I'll just come and open the Excel. I hope you can see the Excel very well. So you'll have to say yes, and then the first step you need to do is to enable editing, so that it can enable the editing for you to edit the Excel. And now you have to go down here. You go down here, and you have to select from the blank row. You see right now, row number 33. So I have to delete the other plus these details zenye ziko hapa chini hadi row 39. It may be different from your case, but just make sure you delete the row just after the last digits plus the content that is just the footer content. Then you click delete. Okay, then now you need to come and fill in the blank spaces. All right, these blank spaces should be filled, because without it, it will not upload. So here you can say general, right, general. This gift is general. Okay, so what I'll ask you to do, you may either paste one by one, or for me, I find it easy, I just come to these drop downs. If you don't see this drop down, you can just select this column here, and then you come and click filter, and then you'll filter. But it should be there, the filters like this one. So when you click here, you just need to select and check the select all, check the blanks, and then click OK. So when you click OK, you can just paste the general there, and then you drag the general up to here. All right, so when you do that, you return it to select all, so that you can see all the gifts. Okay, so you just ensure that everything is well captured like that, and then once it's captured like that, what you need to do, you just need to come here and click save as. Okay, you just click save as, and now you are saving this gift. Remember to change this from web page to Excel. Please remember this. I repeat again that you need to change this from, because it will come in web page, but you need to change it to Excel workbook. And now you can say gifts you know, for that day. Let's say gifts 20 April's 23rd. All right, that's gift for April 23rd. Those are the gifts that I've downloaded. Make sure before you save, you know where you're saving, and also you have the correct workbook like that. Okay, so that is very important for you guys to take note of. All right, it's very important for you to take note of your Excel like that. Okay, once your Excel is prepared like that, all I want you to do is all I want you now to do is to make sure that you come and now save this data. Once you've saved the data, make sure that all is saved. Now you can be able to close this data and go back to the system. Right? Go back to the system, and now just choose file. Okay, just choose file and then choose April, gifts April, like the one you've saved, and then open, and then you click import gifts. Okay, so when you import gifts like that, you can be able now to search the gifts. All right, yeah, you can be able to search the gift like that. So this child has a gift, right? So when they are pending like this, now you can go to communication, right? You can go to communication, and then you click send message. Okay, so when you choose send message here, right, and then choose just choose send message. Where is that? You choose send message, right? Where is the message? I just want to click this here. So when you come here, let's say gift pending, when you type here message, just say mwanao amepokea zawadi, either utamtumia ama aje kwa ofisi, and then itamwambia zawadi yake ni pesa fulani. So that is one thing you need to do when you have the gifts. Once you have uploaded the gifts there, you just need to go and send communication to the caregivers. It will help you when someone will say that you have not delivered the gift. It will show that actually you have integrity and you are sending the gifts to the right recipients. So let's say you want to clear these gifts. Okay, so this child has a gift, so I'm just trying to search this child. So for you to reconcile this gift, all you need to do is just to come and search the name of the child or the number, and then click this button. You see this check, it is called reconcile gifts. So you click that reconcile gifts like that, and then here you'll be able now to reconcile this gift of that child. So you can come here and say this gift is fully delivered. All right, and now you say the gift was used to buy one. You can say got, all right, at 4,500. all right. You can also say what else did you use, comma. You can say you use the gift also to buy foodstuffs, right? Foodstuffs zangapi za, let's say 1,500. all right. You can also say it bought a school bag, right? So these are the things that the things that actually you actually bought. So you can say school bag. Okay, school bag at 1,200. okay, 200. So you list all the gifts that you have, actually all the things that you've purchased for that particular child. This is just for testing, but you can list all here that you actually bought with that particular money for that child. So you can say now if you deliver that gift by DCT or in kind. So for now this is DCT. Let's say you send via to the parent, and then now you'll say the recipient. For now I'll just use testing caregiver 2, but for you need to put the name of that caregiver who received that amount. And now here you need to say if the gift has been reimbursed by Compassion or not. Remember, in Compassion Connect you can implement a gift and then it can be reimbursed, so long as you just obey the limit that you've been given. You don't exceed. Total gifts should not exceed. Actually advanced gifts should not exceed -120 there. So make sure you remain within the framework that you've been given to operate in. So here you can say is the gift reimbursed. Now you can say yes or no. So you can say for now let's use no for now, but once you get the list you'll change that. I'll show you how to change this to yes. So once you do that, you just click reconcile. All right. So when you click reconcile, it will bring you to this particular page, and now you'll be able to even print. All right. You can see the gifts are still pending reimbursement because this has not been funded by Compassion. Once it's funded by Compassion, you receive that gift amount. So now you can be able to still print and then share with the caregiver to sign. Right here, the caregiver, you have delivered that gift and you are sure that that gift has been delivered. You just come here and click this, and then you'll be able, the caregiver will be able to sign. So that is something that you can be able to do comfortably from the comfort of a click of a button. So once you do that, I want just to do something again here. I just want to show you something also that I want you to see. So if the gift is in pending mode, right? If the gift is in pending mode, what you need to do, you can come here and say, you can come here to communication, and then you can now be able to send that gift. You can send the communication and it will pick the gift amount and share with the caregiver and tell them that zawadi ya mtoto wako ni pesa fulani fulani. So this will help you to have very good gift management processes. Okay, so if you are asked to produce the list for pending gifts that have been fully delivered but not reimbursed, you can type here fully delivered. All right, fully delivered, and then now you type pending. So you can have fully delivered, but here it's not reimbursed, or you have pending lists, or you have pending gifts. Okay, then that's when you can download the Excel. As simple as that, and it will help you to have very good gift management. So if the caregiver comes, you print now this, and then you share with the caregivers on this particular thing for them to be able to sign down here or put a fingerprint as a sign of gift documentation. This will help you so much when it comes to gift documentation. Another thing is about the HVCs. Okay, so documentation of HVCs. So in the HVCs, you just add HVC. All right, add HVC. So in the HVC, you don't import. You just put here the child number. Like for example, I'll use 359, and then I click the amount and say, okay, I say the amount is 4,800. Okay, I select the month is April, and then I come again and add child number 365. Okay, and then I say 4,800. So you have 7 mostly, so you just pick the April and then you click now submit. Okay, when you click submit like that, the list will automatically appear like that. So the list will automatically appear. So all you need to do is to search the child name here, and then be able to, you can now go to communication and send now a message to those with pending HVC. Okay, you can now go to here and send a message to pending HVC so that they can come and collect their HVCs, or you can be able to notify them that you'll send the HVCs. And uzuri ni kwamba it will help you to be able to document the HVCs so well, so that once you deliver the HVC, let's say for example this HVC is delivered, you just come clear here, just come check reconcile. So when you're reconciling, you'll just say, I want to check from here, so I'll check from fully, I'll just change it to fully delivered and say the amount was used to support caregiver agri FSL project. So you can say this one maybe animal keeping. So you list the the things you bought. Like for example, it is hens. How many hens at 2,000, and then how many hens? You can say 4, 5. You know, let's say 4 at 2,000, and then you add another thing that you bought with the caregiver. You add another thing. You add with another thing, and then now you come here and say if it was DCT or if it was in kind, and then you say the recipient was caregiver so and so. So you name that name of the caregiver, and then you click reconcile. Right. So when you click reconcile, you can now be able to print the list, the HVC for the caregiver to sign, and this will offer a very good documentation even in Connect to show that this the gift was delivered very, very well. Remember, all these things have been done for you. You only need to state the amount, and then you'll have the HVC supported very, very well. So that is just something that I thought you will want to know that. So the same happens to H100. All right, so if you have H100 and even domestic support, what you just need to do is to add here, and then you add the KE number, let's say 365. Okay, so in 365 you can say that, and this child got, let's say, 1500 as H100 support. Okay, and then you come here and click on April, because this is the month of support, and then you click support, submit. So when you click submit, the same process. Now you can come here, you can come to communication, you can just come to communication here. Where's the communication? Communication is here, so let's just go to communication, and then now you can be able to send message to this caregiver and notify them to come and take the H100 support. So when you come in here and you typing here, just say tafadhali unaomba uje uchukue msaada kutoka kwa mradi. Right, so it will say H100 support yako ni pesa fulani fulani, ujumbe huu umetoka mradi, the name of your project. So it will be very easy for you to communicate with the caregivers, as well as have good documentation. Remember, anytime you can print this, once you reconcile the gift by clicking this button, you can be able to, now be able to document and print. All right, so testing, this one was food nutritional support, nutritional support at 1500. So you can list the items you bought here, like sugar. You can just say, let's say, milkshake, or milk proteins, or whatever proteins, let's say beans, whatever you give to them. So you make sure that you document very well. You can say beans at 150, right? Soya, all those things that you actually listing at 400, all those things that you have, so long as it fits in as per the correct specification and this amount. So you come here and say now, this was sent maybe DCT, or maybe it was sent as in kind. Then you say caregiver those and that, and then you just click reconcile. So when you click reconcile, I didn't change the status here. So the status you have to say it is maybe fully delivered, and then here you just say, for example, I had said you can say proteins, whey proteins. Okay, I love whey protein, I don't know why. Whey proteins. Okay, whey proteins, it's at 1200, and then you can say other things like soya at 300. So you say the support were used to buy. I'll say the support was used to buy, right? Was used to buy. So you can say whey proteins, nini, and then now you can say now was maybe if it was DCT, it was in kind. Then here you just say the caregiver, recipient was maybe caregiver 2, testing caregiver, but now you put the name of the caregiver who received that. Okay, then you click reconcile. So when you click reconcile, you see it has been reconciled. Now you can just click print like that, and then you'll be able to see print as this. So this is what you give to the caregiver. You see it has all the recording that HVC support worth 1500 was delivered as DCT. The support was used to buy whey protein soya at this. You see, so the caregiver now will be required to sign here. So this full documentation for you, and I believe if you can use this, it will help you to communicate to them, and it will help you to be very have an easy time when it comes to documentation. So another thing you may want to do is let's go back to communication and send messages. And in here we're looking at now we have done now we go to letters. Let's say you want to send to a communication to participants who have letters, so that they can write, so that the caregiver can tell them to write. And if you are asked, you can say, by the way, I sent a communication, and then when they didn't respond, I even visited them. So when you want to go to participant, this is the easiest way to have them writing letters. So you just come to participant. So before you use this, you have to come here to what we call clear letters. Okay, so clear letters. You have to make sure you click on clear letters like that. So when you click clear letters like that, all you need to do is you have to ensure that you come to this part here, right? You come to this part here for the click open. You see, when you click open, it will open something like this for you. All right. So all you need to do is just the same way as Gift. You just export details. All right. You export details and then say export. All right. So when you export details and export like that, now it becomes very, very easy for you to be able to fine tune this report so that it can be able to be sent to the. You can send now messages to the to the respective learners, as well as clear the letters and also be able to follow up what is this letter that is missing, and see how you can be able to handle that. So here you just click enable editing. You click enable editing like that. All right, you click enable editing like that. So when you click enable editing, the first step you need to do is to go down and delete the row after just the data. Okay, so you just go down here and click delete this row after the data, this one. All right, so the row and the data just below here, you delete this data, you can delete that. Okay, so when you delete that, now it becomes easy because you can be able to filter. Like here, you can be able to filter by just saying you have this, so you'll have to come here and check the blanks. Make sure you check the blanks. Okay, so you have to anything that is blank, you have to make sure that is filled, because the system will not accept the blank. So you click on the blank like that if there is blanks, and then you'll see these ones support a question are blank. So I'll just say no questions like that. I say enter, then I drag up to I drag this no question up to where this name is ending here. All right, like that, and then I now go back and check all right, and then come and check the communication type to confirm if there is any blanks. So his one has no blanks. So if you don't see blanks at the bottom, it means that there are no blanks. So this one, part-time teachers, they are blank. So I have to come here and select all. All right, I'll come here and unselect all like that, and then I come down here and check these blanks and say okay. All right, now this one means there is no tutor implementer, so I just need to put mine, Nixon Bonke, here as a tutor implementer, and then I can drag, but don't put me as a tutor implementer. This is just a testing one. I'm not your tutor implementer currently, so you may want to put your name there. So here you just come here and put a tutor implementer like that. All right, so once you do that, you come again and select all, because you want to see all the data. So just say all, select all, say okay like that, and then now you can now be able to save this data. Remember, when you are saving the data, save as, but make sure it is not in web page, but it is in Excel workbook. Okay, so when you put it in that format, now you can say letters pending. Okay, letters pending like that. Okay, letters pending April. Okay, letters pending April. So this will help you so that when you want to, let's say, update, you'll be able to update these letters. Your list is okay. When your list is okay, you just save it, and then when you save that list, just go back to the system here, and now you can be able to now choose file. All right, choose file. So when you choose file, just choose letters pending, the one that you have just worked on, right? When you are under clear letters, and then click import letters. So the system will figure through and import all the letters that you have, as you can see. So it will bring them in pending and it will bring them in pending and as status. So what you need to do, you may choose here. Let's say, for example, you have the templates. You have the templates that you've received from this head office. So you only need to put the last 4 digits, the last 4 or 5 digits of this code here, and then you can mark this code as either template is missing or present. So this one, I can say it's available. I can search for another template for, let's say I am searching for this template. I can say this template is present. So make sure you search with the code on that particular letter form. Letter form has this code. So once you've done this, you can come to letter tracking, right? You can come to letter tracking here, and all you need to do is to look for the ones that are let's say, for example, missing, or they are they are not present. So you may want to check that. Okay, so let me just clear this to be pending. Okay, so let me just make this available, and then when I come to letter tracking, as you can see, I'll see the availables ones. There are two. The available ones, there are two. So what I can do now, I can just come here and say I want to search for the ones that are missing templates. So I'll just say missing templates, missing. So I'll print and share this list with SDSA, all right? Or I can download it as Excel. And then now, instead of saying send us this, you already have this to just download as Excel, and this Excel you attach to your email and send to SDSA. You tell them that we've checked and these are pending. And also you can now be able to SMS now the caregivers, all right? You can now be able to SMS the caregivers who have not actually, their children have not written letters. So you just come here and say tafadhali ambia mwanao aje kwa mradi aandike barua. You understand? So like that, and then you can say wako social worker ama wako PD. Then you just click send now. When you click send now, for example this, it will send to the participants, and it will tell you that this message was sent to participant with letters pending. So it will say hujambo mzazi wa name, tafadhali ambia mwanao aje kwa mradi aandike barua wako PD kutoka testing CD ama kutoka mradi wako fulani. You understand? So this is speaking from, remember my CDC is testing CDC. I'm not in any CDC, so I'm using the default CDC. So it is testing CDC. Okay, so I hope you get that well. So another thing you can also do is you can send this message to primary caregivers. You can send the message to secondary caregivers. You can send this message to college. You can send this message to beneficiary in the university. You can send this message to the scholars. You can send these messages to missing receipts. Okay, so let's say you have issued receipts for checks in your project. So all you need to do, you may just need to come here under a place called school details. All right, school details, and you may want to click fee payment tracker. Okay, so fee payment tracker, let's say for this child number, we just say child number 486, all right, child number 486, and then we are saying for the second term we paid for him or for her, let's say we paid 10,000. Okay, for let's say we are in third term, we say this third term, and then, or we did a supplementary, okay, and gave him a check of, let's say 10,000. Okay, so but this child has not brought the receipt, so you'll just capture the check number 45, something like that. For right now, for let's say 503. Okay, and then the recipient, has the child brought the receipt? You can say no, and then the voucher number you can say 23 04 065. That's the voucher that was actually attached to this check number. So you click submit. When you click submit, now you can go to clear payments, right? So to clear payments, you'll see that this child, I have to select the class that this child is in. So the child is in form 1, and then I click load. Okay, so akikuja kuregesha receipt, you just unamuuliza ako form ngapi, una search, then you load, and then you come and now search for, can come here and click on now if it's available, you just click available, and not available, just click unavailable like this. Now if they are unavailable like this, when you go here, right, when you go here and send communication and send messages, you just tell when they have closed like this, you just say missing receipts. Okay, so you just come here and say missing receipts and say tafadhali ambia mwanao alete risiti ya shule. All right, the wako PD. So when you do that and send, right, it will go to those with missing receipts alone, and it will show here missing school fee receipts. So that will go only to those with missing school fee receipts. So that will help you to send messages to them so that they can bring the receipts. Another one is participants with overdue books. So let's say you have a library. You know, there's a library here. So for you to do library checks, you just come to ledgers here, right? You can come to library ledger, okay, library ledger, and then you can just click borrow books. The child has borrowed a book, okay? So you may say here child number 486, I don't know why I'm using 486 so much, 486, and then you say Kamusi, okay? They borrowed Kamusi. Then code of that Kamusi is KE0 test 04. I don't have a specific one. Then you say 01. Okay, that's the code for that particular book. And then you can now say this one I need it to be returned by 30th, not 30th. I just need it to be returned by 30th or 29th June. And then now you click submit. Okay, you click submit like that. So when you click submit like that, you can now clear books. So all these who have pending books, you can go to communication and say you want to remind their caregivers to bring this book. So you just say here, you choose the correct tag here, which is with overdue books, and say tafadhali mwambie mwanao aregeshe kitabu kwa ofisi. Okay, and then you can click send wako PD. Okay, so it will go and tell the caregiver that mtoto wake alichukua kitabu fulani kama ni kamusi nini, mzazi amaregesha, so aregeshe hicho kitabu. So it is so easy for you to send that communication. Another communication you may want to see is huge balances. Okay, so this boarding and the scholars, you get it from school details here. You can edit the school details. Let's say this child is, you want to know if this child is in boarding, you want to change from boarding to day school. So you'll just come and select the form. So let's say form 1, I have form 1s here. I load form 1, I'll see my form 1s. So I can see I have this form 1. So this form 1, I want to enable them to, I want to promote them to form 2. I'll just click here and click form 2, all right? Or I can demote them or promote them. So you can just give them the correct, and then you choose if it's the school is boarding like that, and then you can click update school details. So you can choose as many as you can update. So you see right now this child is not here because I've taken them to form 2. So when I come to form 2 and load, I'll find that child in form 2. You see this child in form 2 now and is in boarding. So if I want to SMS those who are in boarding, I'll just come here and say I want to communicate, send messages to all the caregivers who have their children in boarding. So all of them, I'll just have a message for them and SMS to them. Another one is huge balances. Okay, let's say you want to SMS the parents with huge balances. And remember, huge balances, it is taken as a system, any balance that is above this month's payment. Let's say you are paying 1,200 per month and the caregiver has not paid 400 as at today. Maybe she has paid 300. So the message will go to them and tell them, deni yako hadi leo ni pesa fulani, na deni yako hadi mwisho wa mwaka ni pesa fulani. So you may want to use huge balances here. And then before you use these huge balances, you have to do what you call parents contribution documentation. So the first step, as I set you up, I teach you how to do what we call add balance brought forward. So let me just check here and see if I have my balance list that I want to import. Balances import. All right, this is something we do with you when I'm registering you. So I assume you have come from either manual system of maybe documentation, so you may want to have your parents contribution in this format. All right, so let me just close these other Excels and then type here another. So this is the Excel sheet you must have as you are preparing you send to me before you actually migrate. So this is what you call balance import. Let's just use that. I hope it will open up. So it is basically an Excel sheet that documents your balances from the old system that you are using. For example, you may have the just enable editing. You may have the balances brought forward from the last system. I prefer you can say you are taking the balances up to the end of this year or up to today. So whichever way you may want to consider the balances, you just prepare the balances in any way. So long as you have the balances for these children that one pesa wanadaiwa. You may say these are balances for this year, these are balances up to today, these are balances up to last year. It is up to you. For example, I may just say 1,200. This is just an example for how we upload the balances. Now we are setting up the parents' contribution. Let's say this child closed with 2,400 and this one closed with negative, they had paid in advance. So this one closed with negative 800. So they paid in advance 800. I'll just save that. All right. I'll just save that and come to balance brought forward. Okay. So I'll just click balance brought forward like that. Okay. So balance brought forward is you are telling this system, I want us to pick the balances from my old system to this new system so that I can continue from here, so that I don't need to remember huu mzazi alikuwa anadaiwa pesa ngapi. It will add every year, utakuwa una add tu kwa ile pesa ulitoka from the old system. So for you to get this right, you have to come to add balance brought forward. That is the first step. Remember, when I'm setting you up, this is the first thing we do with you. So where you arrange your data very well, and then you click choose file, right? And remember, this data is in a very simple format. You only need to have a KE number as full. Don't have a KE number that does not have a full KE number. It means is a KE number that has the 5. That is, when you are importing, you have to ensure that the KE number has 5 digits on the number side. Okay, so here we can just come here and choose file. All right, and choose file, and then you click import, balance import, and then you import the balances. Okay, so you see I've imported my balances. All right, the ones that were there in that particular system, I've imported them here. So all the balances that were there, I've imported them into this particular system. So once you have imported your balances like this, one thing you need to now to do is to create a category. All right, the system now knows that there are balances that are here, but you have to instruct the system if it should add an amount to that balance or it should not add an amount to that balance you've brought. So here, for example, if you are setting up this system today, I'll say parents contribution 2023. Okay, and then I say balances were imported from the last system. Okay, balances were imported from the last system. All right, and then now I just click add fee category. So fee category is, you are describing this fee category you are adding in. As you can see, I've just said parents contribution 2023, balances were imported from the last system. Now, because the balances were imported from the last system, I'll just come here and click add fee amount, because I want now to tell the system how much it should add on the parents contribution 2023. So in this case, I'll not add any amount, I'll add a 0 because I have already imported the balances up to December. So I'll just add, I'll select the category and say this parents contribution 2023, and I'm looking at this that is all classes. So this one is where you choose how do you want that amount to apply to. So for me, I'll choose all classes and then say 0. So all classes, they are not going to be charged because for 2023, because I've had imported. Because remember, when you imported the balance, if you add an amount here, it will add an addition. It will add an addition amount. The amount you put here will be added with the balance brought forward, and it can give you a wrong figure. So me, I'll just click submit. Okay, I'll click submit. So when you click submit like that, you have done what we call creation of your parents contribution scope. Now you need to bill this amount. All right, you can bill this amount. All right, you can bill this amount by clicking bill yearly fee. Okay, so when you click bill yearly fee, the system will bill for every child. Remember, I bill a 0, so the system will bill. Every child will be billed a 0. And for you to prove this, you can come, when you want to pay, you just come and click to pay. All right, click to pay. You see, this child still has negative 800 because I didn't add any amount to what I imported. This has 1200. So when you collect fee, you will see it will tell you this is balance brought forward, but the parents contribution for 2023 is 0. All right, is 0. So let's say the child has you have other contributions at the FCP, all right? You have other contributions at your FCP. So if you have other contribution at your FCP, you may need to determine what are these what are these contribution, and then this contribution that we are collecting, are they one time or are they just a yearly fee like other parents' contribution? So for example, let's say you have a contribution like Compassion Sunday, okay? Compassion Sunday, and you want to say that this Compassion Sunday, it will be maybe for to help the description. Now you describe to help in infrastructure, in resource mobilization, resource mobilization, okay? Resource mobilization, like that. And then now you click add fee category. But remember, this, you don't want maybe Compassion Sunday to be contributed that amount every year. So you may say this is just a one-time contribution. So when you say one-time contribution, it means this amount will never be billed when you click bill yearly fee. All right? And you have to ensure that if this payment has been done for this year, when you're crossing the next year, when you cross to the next year, you have to put this inactive so that it does not bill. Because if this remains active and this remains active and you go to bill, it will bill any amount on this particular the two particular categories. Remember, we added amount to this 2020, we added 0 to this 2023, but now Compassion Sunday, we are saying a caregiver will just bring 100 shillings, okay? So I'll just add amount here, I'll add a fee amount here and say Compassion Sunday. So you do one category at a time. You don't select this category and use this. You don't use this. This one you use when you are having different classes for different amount for different classes. But for this one, you just make sure you just state one category at a time. For example, I've used Compassion Sunday, and I can come and say this one will go for all the participants. They will need to produce. They will need to give us 100 shillings. So this amount is for the whole year. All right. Then you click submit. All right. Remember, you have to know to make sure you understand which category they are in. For example, Compassion Sunday, it is in one time. So when you come to the dashboard, you can never bill yearly fee with one time. So one time fee are billed with one time fees. Okay, so you click one time fees. All right, bill one time fees. See, I have so when you have clicked bill, you'll now come to parents contribution and click payment, fee payments, like that. And you see that is the balance that these children actually had. So here you can collect the fees, right? You can collect the fees and say, you see right now the balance contribution, parents contribution is 0, total contribution is 0. So here you may just want to say today, and then payment for, you say, this one we say payment for parents contribution 2023, and then you're saying it was paid by cash, and then it was 200 shillings, and then the receipt number you may say 4789, like that, and then you click post payment. Okay, so when you click post payment like that, you'll be able now to see the payment has been paid, and you can see here it is saying negative because we did not bill the parents contribution in the system. So it's speaking from the old manual system, but here is the actual balance, which you can see. So this is the balance we need to focus on. This is the outstanding balance, and down here is how the caregiver has been paying the amount down there. So you may just see how the caregiver has been paying the amount. Let me just do this. Where is that? Let me just do this. So you can see how the caregiver has been paying the amount, like parents contribution 2023 200 shillings and paid by so and so. So you can just click print this, and then you can be able to share with them on to see how they have been paying. But this is not a receipt. Remember, you must have an authentic receipt when you are doing that. So you can go back and be able to view payments. All right, you can be able to view payments like that and click to pay fees for these particular children. So that's how simple it is. You can always have it easy as that. So it is very simple to use this. So once you've done the payment and you want to bank the payments, you just need to come to print banking receipts. Print banking receipts. So here you'll see the receipts that have been cashed, okay, that have been prepared. So you may see and what they were paid for. So here you just search from receipt number 3456, and then you say from receipt number 3248. All right, let's say you made a mistake and I didn't have that receipt number, so let me just search. So we have the receipt number is 47. So let's say I want from receipt number 4700 to receipt number 5000. All right, 5000 right there. So I can search and then I'll get this receipt number. Then I can just click print. Then I'll be able to print. So in case I've come here and I find that I made a mistake, this child did not pay 200. It was a mistake. What I'll need to do is to pick the receipt number that I used, all right, and then come to pay parents contribution, all right. So in the pay parents contribution, I click collect fee, and then now instead of using the positive, I'll reverse it with a negative, all right. So I'll just say it was cash and the amount was negative now 200, right? But now the receipt number is that receipt number. You make sure you use the same receipt number that you used, so that it can be able to nullify that. So when you say posted, you see the balance already has become that. So the caregiver will also be notified that that amount has been deducted back because it was an error. And then and if they pay also, it will tell them asante mzazi wa fulani fulani kwa kulipa pesa fulani fulani. So this will help you to see. You see there are 200 negative 200 plus 200. Even if you print this list, it will show that there was negative 200 plus 200, so it is 0. So this one, it will give you the correct summation when you are actually making this be on the voucher. I hope that is very clear with you guys on parents contribution. So in case you want to SMS now caregivers who has huge balances, when you have done all that, you just come here and click caregiver with huge balances here, and you say tafadhali lipa deni lako. Just say tafadhali lipa deni lako. The message that will go there will be wako PD. So it or you can just say tafadhali lipa. Itasema unadaiwa pesa fulani. So it is up to you when you say so. It's any parent that has not paid from this month and any months in to come, like any months above today. So if he has a accrued date from today, so it will look at the balances and then it will send that message only to those caregivers who have huge balances. So I hope that is very clear with you guys on huge balances and how to do that. So next year, let's say you want to change parents contribution, the first thing you need to ask yourself is the amount that I placed on this parents contribution, is it the same amount I'm going to charge this year? If it's the same amount you're going to charge that year, go ahead to the dashboard and just bill. Don't create another category. But if the amount you charged last year is different from the amount, for example, if you want to know the amount you charge, you just go to add fee amount. So you can know parents contribution 2023 was 0. Do I really need to charge 0 again? No. You'll say I want to create now parents contribution 2024, and then now you add. After creating that category, make sure you deactivate the other parents contribution so that it does not bill. And then now you come and now create a fee amount and now add. When you come here and see more than 2, it means that is still active. That category is still active. So it's very important to make sure that here you only have one category when you are adding amount, so that you don't have to bill the parents twice. So I'll just come to parents contribution and then I'll be able to say they are inactive. So when I come here, I add fee amount, I'll not see any category because they are inactive. So before you add an amount, maybe you want to change this amount. This year you are charging 1,200, next year you want to charge 1,300. Make sure this account that was previously there is inactive. So this one is like to unsubscribe. So you are unsubscribing from this, and then you create another parents contribution here, and then give it the description, and then you say add category, and then now you'll activate that parents contribution. Okay, you'll activate. For example, if it's 2024 now, and I'm not going to charge a 0. Remember, this time I charged a 0, but next time, because we are not migrating, I need to charge the correct parents contribution. So I'll just say parents contribution now 2024. If you are from FYs, you'll say parents contribution FY so and so. Then here in the description, you just say annual parents contribution. All right, this is the description. annual parents contribution, annual parents contribution, like that. Then you add that. So this one will be active 2024. So when I come to add an amount in 2024, I'll just click add an amount in 2024. So when I come here, I'll just come to sell. You see, it is now 2024. Now I'll say if it's applying to all, and then I'll put that amount for 2024 and go and bill for 2024. For example, if I bill today, if I say 2024, we are collecting 1,000, let's say we're collecting 1,500, right? If I say in 2024 we are collecting 1,200, maybe 1,400 in 2024, I click submit, right? I click submit there. You'll see that the 2024, when you come here, the parents contribution 2024 will be 1,400. So now I'll just come here and confirm. First of all, you have to confirm if that's the only active bill before you bill. Before you bill, make sure that is the only active bill. All right, so here you may just say the chairperson will withdraw. The item may be transport, right? And then the amount is 1,200 to seme. And then you have, let's say if it is transport goes to transport, and then account this responsible, let's say PD, and then now you can say lunch, and then you can say amount 500, and then choose file. You can say this one is admin, and then you click on the person who is responsible, maybe social worker, and then you click submit. So these are, you can add as many rows as you want, and then now you just come here to print. All right, petty cash. Come here to print petty cash, and then you just click petty cash like that. Or you can print that petty cash and then give this is the requisition form to give to the ASM to sign before they withdraw the petty cash amount. All right, so it is very, very important for you guys to check through and see how you can be able to use that, as well as LPOs. You can be able to do an LPO here very easily. You just need to add your vendors. All right, you need to add your vendors first. You write the name of the vendor, you write the phone number, you write the county, and then you write the county, and then you add the vendor. And then when you add the vendors there, now you can come to the next, which is now to make an LPO. All right, you make an LPO now. So you'll just need to select the vendor from the list of vendors, and then you have the item, the description, the quantity, the price, and then you add row, you add row, you add row like that for the items that you want. After you've concluded that, you just come here and view LPOs, and then now you can be able to print those LPOs. All right, you can be able to print those LPOs, and then it will be very easy for you guys to order the food and other stuff using this particular LPO. So it is very simple, guys. I hope I've captured almost everything. So maybe on consumable ledgers. So on consumable ledgers, you have to first of all create categories. All right, so you have to create categories of the items you normally have, the major blocks. Let's say you have rice, you have onions. Okay, you have onions are measured in kgs. Okay, you have tomatoes, so you say how they are measured in. So once you put all your categories, you just now come to choose from drop down and say add stock. When you add stock, you just say, for example, I want to put onions, and the date they were purchased is today. All right, and then onions that were in stock were, let's say this, remember here it will say 2 kgs. So I'll say we had 0. All right, so in a description I'll say onions for Saturday program. Onions for Saturday program. Okay, onions for Saturday program. And then order number, I can say 456 evo, and then I can say this were quantity nime order ni 2 kgs, and then unit price per kg is 80. And then name of the supplier, I can just say Joymin, and then comments were supplied in good condition. They were supplied in good condition. All right, like that, and then I just click submit. All right, so when you click submit, you'll see all your stocks here where you can now be able to print. All right, or you can see stock versus usage. You see now I've not used the stocks. So there'll be 0 here because I've not used, total usage is 0. So I have to use before it can calculate. So for you to use stock, you still go to add consumables here, and then you just choose from drop down and say use stock. All right, use stock. And when you're using stock, you just say, for example, onions, and I'm using the onions on today again. I'll just say I use stock swatch 2 kgs, and then I click post. All right, so when I click post, it will show me that this is my stock versus usage. So when I come here, you see I use remaining stocks, total usage is 2, remaining is 0. You see, because I use stocks. But if I had done maybe remained with a little, it will show here the remaining stock. So I hope that is well with you. So you can now click print, and when you click print, you have your data, all of it here for all the things that you've purchased. And then now you can say this is for February 2023, and then you can file if you want to file. But if you want to keep them online, they will still be here for until Jesus Christ comes. So I hope you guys are well. You can also pay stuff, you can be able to apply the leave, you can print leave, the same thing. So it is the same thing. So it's not very hard, it's very simple. Just you to interact with the system and find how easy it is for you to use it for your own benefit, as well as you support the children, because for the benefits of the children, because the interest of the children is what that we're looking for. So guys, in case you have any questions, please let me know so that I can see how I can help you, or there is any feature you've seen I've not covered, or any feature that you see that I need to do more about it. Please let me know. I'm open to feedback, and I'll be able to take feedback seriously and see how we can support one another. So once again, thank you guys, and may God bless you guys. See you again. Thank you.
Recording stopped.